folks, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Natasha and I do book things here. Really happy that it's September. It feels like fall. Pumpkin spice is back, but I feel like there's still sort of like something missing. So I don't know. Give me a sec. That feels more like it. This video is going to be a haul. I figured I haven't made a haul on this channel in like what feels like years because I haven't been reading that much, which I'm gonna do another video I think soon about just sort of why I haven't been reading or what I've been doing maybe instead of reading. Stuff that I picked up over the last couple months. I think I kind of just grabbed a bunch of stuff from all around my house. There's a lot of poetry here actually. I'm just gonna get right into it. No rhyme or reason. I don't know what half of these are about. I got really into poetry at the beginning part of this year because of mental health reasons. Basically anytime that I'm feeling like completely unhinged, I go and read a bunch of poetry. I can't explain it, it's just something I do. But I did want to read sort of like more popular poetry, also a little bit of like older poetry, just to kind of get a break from modern stuff. None of these I've read, by the way. I've picked up Margaret Atwood's Dearly. This is just a little short book, Margaret Atwood poems. True story, I know of a person who met Margaret Atwood and she's not that nice. So there's that. Next, I picked up The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. I believe this is about sort of like 18th century London, witchy people, secret apothecary shop. I bought this simply for the vibes, and I feel like this time of year it's a good vibe. I haven't heard that many good things about it, but you never know. I might pick it up and really like it. We'll see. Know nothing about it. Next one is Honey Girl by Morgan Rogers. This definitely was making its rounds on Twitter and I decided to pick it up because everyone literally would not shut the fuck up about it. Picked it up. I did do a chapter or two and absolutely hated the writing, so we'll see if I actually like it. I think this is one that I might do like an audiobook for, just to see if I can get through it, but I'm not gonna lie, the main character sounds annoying. Next book I have here, it's sort of similar to Daisy Jones and the Six vibes. This is the final revival of Opal and Nev by Donnie Walton, and I believe this is more of a like punk version of that book, like set in the 70s, New York. You guys know I like books set in New York, it's like my favorite thing. I'm pretty sure it's in New York. I don't know. I feel like that's the only thing. If it says New York City, I'm gonna fucking buy it. And the thing is no, I do not romanticize that city. I know it's a dump. I've been there. It's a hot mess right now with the flooding and stuff, but something about the way that authors romanticize it in writing I really like, so definitely intrigued to check this one out. I did hear that there's a full cast of characters for the audiobook, so again, that might be something that I read alongside the book, because I think it's told in the similar sort of format as Daisy Jones and the Six, in like interviews and snippets and clips and stuff. Next is a book that I'm super excited about. It's really the only book that I'm planning on reading in September, or the one that I want to read and finish. That is All's Well by Mona Awad. I'm going to be reading this alongside Kayla for the September book club and then talking about it in a live show. This is really interesting and it sounds pretty intense. This is about a woman who deals with chronic pain and also is a theater person who is wow, I can describe books so well, is also a theater person who's putting on a play, and I think that the people that she's making this play with, I think she's a teacher. Am I right? I don't know. She's a college theater director. Now, here's something that you guys may not know about me, but I definitely want to do like a vlog when I read this book. Every single person that is near and dear to my heart is actually a theater student. Husband is a theater major. Two best friends are theater majors. I, in the art community and university, gravitated towards theater kids. Not to say that I like musicals, please, I'm the last person that likes musicals, but theater kids are loud, and when you're deaf, you gravitate, at least I did, I tend to gravitate towards the loud people. So I know quite a bit about theater. My husband and his dad direct plays and stuff still, and so this is going to be kind of an interesting thing with the chronic pain that I have familiarity with, along with the theater stuff that I have sort of familiarity with as well. I'm not 100% on my Shakespeare though, so that's going to be a little bit different for me, but I'm really excited to see where this goes. This is my most anticipated read for this month for sure, and I'm going to take you guys along for a vlog for that one. Next book I have here, this is John Green's, I have no idea how to pronounce this word. Anthropocene? I don't know, it feels wrong, doesn't feel good in my mouth. This is sort of John Green's paragraph, essays, short story, short paragraph about, I guess, sort of like the humankind and like the human-centered, it says essays on a human-centered planet. I do like John Green's writing, and I do like his more vlog style and what he has to say outside of him writing YA girls, like, let's get real. But I like what he has to say, and I definitely can read a book like this and picture his voice saying it, because I watched the Vlogbrothers for so many years, back when I was 18. Yeah, I'm excited to pick this up. Also, I do like a good anthology every now and then. It is signed, by the way, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, excited to get into that one as well. A completely different book, The Satanic Bible, for reasons. Also just sort of understand the cultural significance of this and have a better understanding of Satanism, basically. It's fun to learn. And then I have a couple of poetry collections here. This is Lullabies by Lang Leave. Is it Leave or Lev? I'm not sure. I really like just sort of modern poetries. She's one of my favorite ones. And this, I don't know, some of them just make me cry. They hit. And like I said, I pick up poetry when I'm sad. So up next, I have another poetry. This is Essential Bukowski poetry. This is, I heard that his poetry is like a little whack, and so I'm a little whack, and I'm like, I want to see just how whack it is. Whatever, I don't know. I just bought some stuff, okay? There's no rhyme or reason to most of this. I did pick up also another Lang Leave. This is September Love. So I actually have quite a few books by her. I really like it. It's very, like, I don't know, kind of like, I don't want to say sexy poetry, but kind of like somber, lovey, relationshipy poetry. Some of it anyway. And like I said, some of it just makes me feel emotions, and I don't shy away from feeling emotions anymore, so yeah. Up next, I picked sort of a poetry intertwined story, and I believe that this is about a woman in India throughout like her sort of whole life and the struggles that are happening in India at the time. And then also it says, it is a coming-age story told in linked poems that offer a look into Hindu mythology and the rich cultural influences that helped her become the woman she is today. So this is like a novel, but a novel told in poems and prose, which I think is really, really interesting way to tell a story. And I feel like this is sort of similar vibes to what was it? Oh, shit, I don't know where that book went. But it's a book that's told like a darker narrative through poetry, and I think that's gonna be interesting to read. I also picked up House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland. This is a book that I've heard sort of mixed things about as well. This is sort of whimsical, strange, some like a little bit of body horror-ish kind of stuff, a little bit of supernatural, spooky vibes. I don't know. I hope that it's sort of gonna hit in the September-October kind of time. We'll see. It's one that I want to get to soon. I don't know really jack shit about any of these books, clearly. And I picked a lot of these up like over the course of the last like several months, so forgive me if I'm not describing them very well. These next two are two books that I picked up at a independent bookstore. The first one is actually like out of Picton, Ontario, and this is an anthology and of essays about philosophizing gardeners and anyone who likes to pick up a spade and get their hand dirty. So it's all about gardening and sort of it's addressing gardening's most deeply rooted questions, and it's also a translation from German. which I think is going to be kind of interesting. So we'll see if it's like really dark, or I don't know how, I don't know how this is going to go. Like, I don't know if it's going to be something that makes me think a little too much, or if I will get it. We'll see. In that same haul, I picked up Hustling. It is an anthology of sex workers' poetry. Yeah, it's one of the coolest covers that I've ever seen. I think it's really, really neat. Different authors in the back, like there's so many of them. And I'm excited then if like a couple poems that I really like in there to then go and learn about more of their work. Again, I love poetry lately, and it's things that I can read slowly but then fast if I want, and read a whole poetry book in one day, or sit on it and read it over the course of weeks. It really helps with my ADHD, I think, to kind of read little chunks like that. Then lastly, the last two books that I picked up, these are ones that I picked up recently for the month of sort of October, just to read some more like spooky things. There's definitely some really good horror stuff coming out, and I want to get more. I just know that I'm not reading that much lately, so I'm trying to limit how much I'm buying for once in my life. Did pick up Tender is the Flesh. I've heard amazing things about this. This is apparently very gruesome, very graphic, very gory, very intense. All about humans now being able to be sold for meat, now that I guess a virus affects animal meat, and so humans can't consume animal meat, so we instead consume humans, and it follows one guy's sort of journey in the human processing plant. I'm assuming. I have heard some pretty interesting triggers for this book. From my understanding, the meat that they are processing are like grandmas and grandpas. And I'm kind of like, I don't know if emotionally I'm ready to read that, but at the same time, I kind of want to read a book that's going to make me uncomfortable. As a horror, I'm not just going to read like, oh, this horror is going to check all my boxes. I like being uncomfortable sometimes, so I'm gonna check that one out. I just know that it might be like particularly intense. And then lastly, I picked up Night Bitch by Rachel Yoder. This is blurbed by Carmen Maria Machado, which, excellent writer by the way, but it says, a feral unholy marriage of Tilly Olsen and Kafka. Night Bitch is an incredible feat. So I believe this book follows a woman whose husband is on like a work trip. She just had a baby, and over the course of the book, I believe she's turning into a dog or has these like primal dog-like urges. Now, my sort of, maybe, is she gonna try to eat her baby? I don't know. That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. But really, the books that I'm like really interested to sort of get to sooner than later, Night Bitch, Tender's the Flesh, All's Well, and I think like House of Hollow and stuff like that, along with some other books that are still sitting in my pile. I'm thinking of actually sort of ending this video here and maybe recording another video sort of talking about how my reading is going this year, because I feel like I haven't been here to really tell you guys that, and just sort of catch you up with how everything's been going, because I haven't been reading that much. I think you can probably tell, and maybe I'll explain why and sort of how my reading is going to progress hopefully through the rest of the year and things like that. But yeah, that is sort of my haul over the last couple months. Let me know anything that you're excited about down in the comments below. Also, if you made it this far in this video, please let me know any newer horror releases that either just been released or are coming out that you think I should check out for sort of like the month of October. Let me know down below if there's anything that you're like, Natasha, you need to read this. So hopefully everyone's having a great day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!